Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, coming to you live from Lagos. A reminder of our top stories. Senate resolves to investigate face-off in Abuja between operatives of the EFCC and agents of the DSS and NIA. President Buhari inaugurates audit committee on assets recovery by government agencies with a mandate to ensure proper documentation of all assets recovered. Gulf of Guinea ministers solicit greater financial commitments from its members to tackle maritime insecurity. And Zimbabwe's incoming president, Emerson Mnangagwa, returns from exile to take over from Robert Mugabe, promises to create jobs. Just to remind you that for more on our top stories and others, please visit our website, channelstv.com and youtube.com/channelsweb. And log on to m.channelstv.com to watch us on your mobile device or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows devices from their respective stores. The Channels TV and Channels 24 app will give you access to news and updates. You also have access to the Eyewitness feature, with which you can share those pictures, videos or news of happenings around you. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the menu, and then follow the instructions. Now let's now take a look at some of the pictures that were sent into our portal. The first one we have is from Nasarawa State, showing a trailer that ran into a plaza along Kefi Road. Our Eyewitness reporter says it happened in the early hours of the morning and there were no casualties. Let's move on to this one from the Surulere area of Lagos State, showing a flooded road on Lownson. Our Eyewitness reporter claims that it's the norm whenever it rains, and he wants the government to address it. Still in Lagos is this one from the Mushin area of the state, showing a fire outbreak in the market. Our Eyewitness reporter says the cause of the fire is unknown. We end with this picture from the Ikorodu-Shagamu Expressway, showing protesters with placards. Our Eyewitness reporter says the reason for their protest is to demand for the repair of the road, and he claims that some of them have abandoned their homes owing to inaccessibility. Thanks for all the pictures that you sent in, and do send us some more. A Lagos State High Court judge, Justice Adedayo Akintoye, has withdrawn from the trial of a judge of the Federal High Court, Ireza Nganjua, following allegations of bias. Counsel to the judge, Mr. Robert Clark, had earlier told the court that he had written a letter to the leadership of the Lagos State Judiciary to seek a transfer of the matter to another judge. He specifically mentioned that Justice Akintoye is presiding over the criminal trial of a senior advocate of Nigeria, Mr. Ricky Tarfa, on charges he claims are similar to his. On June the 23rd, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission had arraigned Justice Nganjua before Justice Akintoye for alleged unlawful enrichment to the tune of $260,000. That's 8.6 million naira as well. The commission says the sums did not correspond with the judge's salary, and they also claim that the judge could not explain the source of the funds. All right, now let's cross over to Abuja. Here's Ogun.
Hello, Ijoma. Now, Anambra State Governor Willie Obiano has received his certificate of return from the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, in Awka following his re-election in Saturday's poll. The governor arrived at the INEC office in company of his wife, the chairman of his re-election planning committee, Victor Ume, traditional rulers and other party supporters. While presenting the certificate of return to the governor, the INEC resident electoral commissioner in Anambra State, Mr. Nwachukwu Orji, encouraged him to ensure that he delivers on his electoral promises. Governor Willie Obiano was re-elected on Saturday, November the 18th, for a second term in office in an election that has been adjudged free and fair.
The Unity Hall at the Anambra State headquarters of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, in Awka, is filled with leaders and supporters of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, the party's victorious candidates, and their aides in last Saturday's elections are here for the certification of their triumph. The resident electoral commissioner explains to the re-elected governor, Willie Obiano, that the certificate being issued to him is not an end, but a means to an end, and that it is up to the governor to uphold the value of the votes he received.
Part of the value of vote is what I call the promissory value of vote, which means that if you promise things during campaign, once you have voted, make sure you deliver those things you have promised. If you do this, you are increasing the value of vote.
Besides Governor Obiano and his deputy, Dr. Nkem Okeke, the winner of the election for Idemili North constituency in the State House of Assembly also follows. One after the other, the winning Abga candidates step out to receive their certificates of return from the INEC National Commissioner in charge of legal services. After collecting his certificates, the re-elected governor happily salutes his party's leaders and supporters. He then reassures his people that the confidence reposed in him will not be betrayed.
I want to reassure you that I'm not going to fail you. I will work harder in my second term than I did in the first term. So that at the end of the 8 years, Anambra will look back and be happy that the confidence reposed in me by electing me as governor is not in vain.
The excitement spills to the heart of the town at the AK Oka and Amobia, where the governor and his wife embark on a thank you road march. If this enthusiastic reception from the people is anything to go by, Governor Obiano has his work cut out for him to justify their confidence and fulfill lofty expectations.
Well, staying with politics, a former head of state, General Ibrahim Babangida, is advocating a strong and viable opposition to deepen democracy in Nigeria. General Babangida was speaking when he received the River State Governor, Nyesom Wike, at his country home in Minna, Niger State, shortly before they went into a closed-door meeting. He commended the conduct of the just concluded Anambra election and expressed hope that the same feat will be repeated in the 2019 elections. Governor Wike said he was at General Babangida's home to discuss the affairs of the PDP in view of the party's forthcoming national convention.
I would like to commend him for working very hard to make sure that the party that was established remains strong. He has been working hard, and it looks he applies his courage, his knowledge, his contact to make sure that that party remains strong. And we are grateful for all the good job that he has been doing.
I was elected that one of our leaders have recognized our input, our contribution to the party to make sure that the party is stronger, the party is united. So that, of course, will spur us the more to continue to work for the great party that is the People's Democratic Party.
And ahead of the 2019 governorship race in Ogun State, the state governor, Ibikunle Amosun, says he remains committed to backing the Yewas from West Senatorial District. The governor restated his position when he played host to the leaders of the region under the auspices of Ogun West Elders Forum. Governor Amosun, however, cautioned that the region needs to carry other ethnic nationalities along in order to realize its ambition.
We don't want to be appear that we are taking anybody for granted. And that's why I said what I said when I did mention that for anybody from Ogun Central to come out, I will pointedly, I will take them on. But our people from Ogun East, no problems. They are at liberty to come out to say yes, they too can aspire. Don't forget that whoever is going to be governor, which will be by the grace of God from Ogun West, will have to govern everybody. Yes, he will govern from people who vote for him from everywhere. So we should not lose sight of that. Can speak like that. That you want Ogun West, we will now support you, Ogun West. So we are not going to go and appeal to our people from Ogun East. Please join us in this. We cannot do it alone. All of us must work together. So we will do that. So when you have the opportunity, don't engage them, don't fight them. Just tell them, please, this is our time. Support us. So do this, do that. But in doing that, we are not going to be unmindful of those, any of our sons or any one of them that we thought this one is good, we bring. Yes. And we will all support.
Well, we're still in the southwest, but this time in Ekiti State, where students from various higher institutions of learning in that state have thrown their weight behind the new law prohibiting cultism and terrorism in the state. The state governor, Mr. Ayodele Fayose, had earlier in the week signed into law a bill prescribing the death penalty for anyone caught in the act of cultism or terrorism. Now, during a solidarity walk in the state capital, Ado-Ekiti, the students carried various placards expressing hope that the law would help bring an end to the menace. They were received at the governor's office by the deputy governor, Professor Kolakwo Olushola, who commended the students for backing the law.
For the fact that the safety of the citizens and the students of Ekiti is at the heart of the government. We are here to appreciate them and also to show our support, our unwavering support for the state government, most especially from our own constituency.
I commend the students' body today, the entire student body in the Ekiti State, for coming around today to protest against cultism and to support the anti-cultism law. A situation where destinies will be cut short. This law will go a long way, this anti-cultism law, in discouraging and telling people that once you kill, you deserve to die.
When the News at 10 returns, the Lagos Business School and First Bank International Sustainability Conference advocates partnership between public, private and civil societies for sustainable development. Please join us again.